Yo, what's up, Hope Shot family? Hope you guys are ready to hear an amazing story of success today. We have Russell here to share his story. And if you're jumping on with us, man, leave us a comment. Let us know you're here. I'm going to read the clarity statement real quick and give me one moment. Okay. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common: recovery as a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our family. And I'm going to give it over to Kenzie, and she is going to introduce our speaker for tonight. So Kenzie, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kenzie. It gives me a great pleasure to introduce my really good friend, Russell. We've known each other since we were 14. We went to school together. We basically grew up together. We used together and got clean. And here we are, sober and clean and happy as can be. He's one of my dearest friends, and I love him very much. And this will be his first time telling his story, and I'm grateful and honored to be a part of it. And I'd like to thank the Hope Shot and everybody involved. Go ahead, Russell.
Thank you so much, Kenzie. I love you, sweetheart. I can't tell you how awesome it is that I get to do this with you and get to share this journey with you. You are amazing, and thank you so much for being a part of it. Like, not just a part, but like a major, major part of it. And thank you so much. Justin, thank you too, bro. Thank you for asking me to do this. You have to forgive me a little bit if I get a little nervous and jump around a little bit, but you know, it's the first time I've shared, but I definitely want this to get out there and people to know that the life in recovery is amazing. The things that you get, and I'm not even talking material things. I'm talking about the joy, man, the happiness, and the relationships with people like Kenzie, who just introduced me, I can't even tell you, man. Like, my life today is filled with so much greatness and happiness, man. So with that, you know, like, I just want to say thank you, and I'm gonna try to do this, and hopefully somebody else can hear this message, and you know what I mean, brings them a little hope and gets them into some, you know, some rooms in recovery. So for those watching that don't know, how you doing? My name is Russell. I'm from Pasco County, Florida, and yes, my last name is Pasco. Don't laugh. If you do, laugh later. Okay, heard it enough. I was born and raised here. I was born at North Bay Hospital. I had an amazing childhood. I will say that. I had an amazing childhood. Addiction was definitely something that was a huge part of my family, in all aspects, be it drinking, be it drugs. I had addicts of every variety in my family. And there was, growing up, my dad was an alcoholic, the worst kind of alcoholic. He was a violent alcoholic. He was a mean son of a bitch, but he was a good dude. He was an awesome guy. My father was an amazing man. And I'll share a little bit about that. But my mom, you know, my mom was amazing. My mom, I don't think she ever met a person that I don't care what type of person you were. I don't care what troubles you have. My mom was amazing. She had the most amazing heart in the world. And, man, like, I miss her. Both my parents are gone, and been gone for a little while now. But, you know, I grew up in Newport Richey area. Like I said, I had an amazing childhood, man. We had swimming holes. We skated. We did all kinds of stuff, and it was awesome. You know, and I would say middle school, it was 8th grade. As a matter of fact, it was definitely 8th grade. I was at a middle school dance with a bunch of friends of mine that, you know, that I grew up with. Elementary school, kept going, you know, and we ended up going to Francis Park. For anybody that doesn't know where that is, on Louisiana, right by Gulf Middle School. We walked to the park, man, and I smoked my first joint at 13, man. And I'm going to tell you something, like, it just opened it from there. Fast forward a little bit, I'm about to be 43 years old. So you do the math, that's 30 years of addiction. You know what I mean? 30 years from, everybody's talks about like a drug of choice, right? I didn't have a drug. It was whatever there was. There was a few that I never messed with, but to say that like I had a drug of choice would be, no, I didn't. I was a horrible addict, you know what I mean? Like, and it started young, and it went from one thing progressively to the next. And it, like, I got into some hard shit very young. Man, I thought I had everything figured out. I was like, oh, this is great. This is the best, and I'll admit, like, I had some really good times with some really good friends. And that's at the beginning. And I think that's for everybody. And I think, as time went on and things got serious and life started happening, they got worse. The things got, the drugs got worse and harder. And I am a high school dropout. I never got my GED or anything like that. Like, those things were not important as other things were. And, eventually, I had to move actually from Florida a couple times to try to get better. And it didn't work, because no matter where I went, there I was. You know what I mean? And I have the type of personality that, I mesh with people pretty well, pretty easy. I've never had a problem, let's just say that, with getting what I wanted from whoever I wanted when I wanted it. And, so like I said, no matter where I went, there I was. And I remember I was like 24, 25, I had been working, and like I worked hard. I will say that, like, no matter where my addiction was, I always worked really hard. I get that from my dad, who was, as I said before, he was an addict, he was an alcoholic, but he was a hard worker. He was a good man. He taught me respect. He taught me morals. He taught me, not that I didn't always follow it, but taught me how to treat a woman, and be good. And like I said, my dad gave me some very solid core, good foundations, to grow and to make a choice of how I wanted to use them or how I wanted to live with them. My dad he was old school, man. He was I'll tell you a little bit about it. My dad was born a Canadian citizen. My dad had a real hard life. The laws and the way they handle things in trouble up there, I guess, is a bit different. I've never been there, so I don't know. But I do know that he was in a lot of trouble, and he was kind of forced with a decision at a very early age to, like, he was in a boys' home. He would get out and he'd go right back. And my dad was 17 years old, and he made the decision to go to Paris Island and become a Marine. And a lot of people, I think sometimes that gets lost on people, because, like, at that time they were drafting, people from the United States into the Marines, and they were hauling ass to Canada and other places. And my dad was just the opposite. He's on the other side and he's hauling ass over here to go to a war. He turned 18 on the boat ride to Vietnam. My dad was he was cut from a different cloth, man. He was tough. Remember those cool ass old pictures? You see the guys with the white t-shirts with their sleeves rolled up and the cigarettes and the blue jeans and the hair slicked back, bro. He was a pimp. He was a good looking guy. That was my dad, bro. He was tough. He went to Vietnam, and I know that's kind of that generation is kind of falling off. There's not a lot of them left around, and let me take a second, what those guys did, and what all of our vets through every branch of service, they're amazing, but my dad's seen some really ugly stuff, man. And when he came home, he was treated even worse. And like I said, he was an alcoholic, and he was, after seeing all that, man, like, I understand now that I'm older, and I understand now that I'm, learning to live a whole different life. I could see why he was like that, and I could understand where a lot of that came from. My mom and dad got divorced in my teenage years, and like, I blame my dad for a lot of problems. I blame my dad for everything, like a lot of kids do. You know what I mean? Like, it's his fault. Da, da, da. At the end of the day, I got to remember that, I was given two choices. You can go down two roads, bro. You can go down this road. If you don't like it, you can turn around and go down the other road. You know what I mean? You got two choices. And man, did I choose the wrong road a lot of times. But anyway, my addiction, because my mom was my best friend. I loved her so much, man. I can't say it enough. She was such an angel, man. And the unfortunate part of that, a single mom trying to raise my sister, she's so awesome. I love my sister Dawn, man. She tried raising two teenagers by herself, and it was hard. I got away with a lot of bullshit. I got away with a lot of shit that, most parents wouldn't let their kids get away with. And I took advantage of that. I did. And I regret that so much now, but you know what? We don't live there. So, anyway, my addiction got pretty bad. I ended up moving to Ohio with a great friend of mine, and trying to get clean. And I, for some reason, thought, oh, methadone, that's the answer to my problems. And maybe I shouldn't say it, but whatever. And I was on a very high dose. Let's just say that I don't know how I got up and went to work every day. Eventually, 27 years old, man, like, that led me to have 2 heart attacks. I had come back to Florida and was on the program, and I was at my mom's house having lunch one Saturday. I wasn't working. I had my dog with me, and I had a seizure in my mom's living room, and the seizure caused me to have a heart attack. They revived me. When they revived me, I went right back into another heart attack. I was in a coma for 6 weeks. They were like getting ready to pull the plug, man, and my higher power seen it fit that wasn't the day for me to go. Thank God for that. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, I thank my higher power every day that I got this second chance. But I didn't always take, you know what I mean? I didn't always use it to the best. Yeah, 2 heart attacks, man. 27 years old, renal kidney failure, seizures, you name it, man. It was going on, and it was bad. There was a lot of people in my corner, man. When I finally did come to, oh my God, my room was just there was flowers, there was cards, there was so many people there. And, it was awesome. It was, when I came to, and I said right there, I'm like, oh, Mom, I'm never going to use drugs again, Mom, I promise. And nothing, that was bullshit. Within a year, I was using again. And like I said, man, I was one of them addicts, bro. Like, once I go, like, I go hard. And I always could find a way, like I said, to get it one way or another, I remember my mom was so heartbroken. I had decided to go back to Ohio. I thought, oh, I'm going to go back to the mountains and, whatever, that'd be my saving grace. And yeah, that wasn't the case either. Even in the mountains, in Amish country, believe you me, I was able to find what I needed to find to do what I wanted to do. And I remember my mom calling me one time, and she had came up and seen me, man. It was beautiful. I hadn't seen her in so long. She surprised me. It was so awesome. And we got to spend some really good time together. We went to Six Flags. We had a good time. it was short-lived. You know, she came home. But I remember her calling me, you know, and for anybody that knows me, and which there's a few of them, I was not always the happiest person in the world, man. Like, to see a smile on my face, that wasn't me, man. There wasn't enough anything in the world that could make that happen. I was a miserable, miserable person, man. Anyway, I was living all the way up in they call it Hawking Hills in Ohio. And like, when I say Amish, like, you couldn't see my neighbor's house, but when you finally got down the road 10 minutes to the next neighbor, like, they were Amish. I was miserable, man. I was miserable in the woods. And my friend's dad that I live with, his name was Zeke, man. He was such a good dude. He was another Marine, you know, that fought in Vietnam, and he was like a second dad to me. He embraced me and he loved me just where I was at, and he loved me how I was. Not always happy with me, but he loved me, man. And that guy showed me, like my dad, you know, what being a man was about. You know, the respect, the hard work, loyalty for one. You know, it's one thing I've always been, without a doubt, man, is loyal. I've always stuck up for the underdog. Anyway, my mom had called me, and she said, "Russell, man, you need to call your dad. He's called a few times. He really needs to talk to you." And you know, there's very few times in life where I would ever, for one, curse at my mom or hang up without saying I love you. You know, that's one thing, man, that woman poured into me, was love. I was like, fuck off, I don't want to talk to you. No way, fuck that. No, and I hung up on her. And the next day she called and she's like, "Russell, listen to me. I need you to call your dad, bro. You know, your dad needs to talk to you. And I think you need to give him the benefit of the doubt and talk to him." I'm like, fuck that. No, I don't give a fuck. I hung up the phone. Zeke caught on to what was going on, and Zeke was like, "Listen, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care what your dad did and how he did it or whatever. That's your dad. And you owe him that, to call him and find out what's going on." And that's one guy that I would never say to fuck off to. So let me get that out there. Like, so I did what I was told, and I called my dad, and my dad said, "Russell, I need your help. I'm in a wheelchair. Doctor said I ain't got much longer to live, and I need your help, man. Like, I can't afford to stay at a, you know, whatever them fucking places are, you know." So I was like, "What?" You know, and I hung up the phone. I was like, "Fuck you, dude," you know, hung up the phone. Zeke cornered me that night, and he's like, "I'm going to tell you something, man. You're going to call your dad back, and you're going to listen. You're going to hear him out." And again, so I called my dad back, and I told my dad, I said, "There's two conditions, you know, I'm going to come down there and live." Meanwhile, you know, like, I'm full-blown addict, alcoholic at that point in time too. Like, I was drinking a lot, because that's really, there's not a lot you could get out in the woods. So I was drinking a lot. I told my dad, I said, two conditions. One, you're going to apologize to my mom. You know what I mean? You're going to make right what you did to my mother. And little did I know they'd already did that, you know, dumb me. And I said, two, you're going to quit drinking. My dad's like, one, I can guarantee. The second one, I don't know. I said, well, then when we're wasting time, we're spinning wheels, Dad. I say, you know what I mean? I can't live with you. I can't help you. You're nasty, you know. But anyway, fast forward a little bit. My dad got a friend of his from the VA to drive all the way to Ohio, because I had been living there for a while. You know, I had a whole house full of stuff. And so he came and he picked me up, and I came back to Florida. And I remember my mom telling me, she was like, "Russell, man, like, you got to forgive this man. Like, you got to forgive him, because you are so miserable. Your addiction, your everything you carry with you on your shoulders, on your back. And you just carry so much hate in your heart, and you got to forgive them. You got to let go. And I never really thought about it. You know what I mean? Like, I never really gave it much thought. You know, I didn't give anything much thought back then, to tell you the honest truth. I just did with impulse, as every addict. But I did, man. Like, I forgave my dad for a lifetime of, you know, I didn't talk to him for 22 years, man. And the last 2 years of my dad's life, I will say this: the doctors, you know, because he had been an alcoholic his whole life, he said he can't quit drinking all the way. That's an impossibility. It'll kill him like that. So we got it to where, you know, like my dad, when he first picked me up, he was drinking an 18 pack in a fucking bottle every day. Like it was nothing, man. It needed more. When my dad passed away, he was drinking 1 beer to keep his system under control. And, you know, meanwhile, I'm asking all this of my father, and here I am doing drugs in the room. You know what I mean? But I took care of my dad the last 2 years of his life. And I learned so much from that man in that time. I will say he had an amazing life, man. He got to see his grandchildren. He got to see his grandson born. Him and my mom were like the best of friends. I have such amazing pictures. You know, and when he went, like, I used that as an excuse again to use. And by this time I had found means of using that were just, they were killing me, man. They were destroying me. When I told you I'd had 2 heart attacks, I was on disability. Straight up, man, on Social Security disability. Because, you know, like, it couldn't work. I had fucking heart attacks, kidney failure, all kinds of shit. And I kept using, man. And not too long after that, my mom, you know, I didn't tell you this. I said I have my sister Dawn, but I have 2 older brothers. My older brothers are, my one brother, I don't even know how old he is. I don't talk to him, but he's got to be like damn near 60. My mom was 80-something years old when she died, like 83 or something. And she was still kicking ass even then. I remember my mom got old, man. It happens. And she was in a home, and I wouldn't go see her. I was so fucked out of my mind. You keep in mind, this is my best friend. I didn't go, let alone hours, let alone days, without talking to her and telling her I loved her. And just, she was the best thing I've ever had in my life. She was amazing. I remember my sister calling me, and at this point in time in life, man, like, I'm running around, I'm hustling things, I'm doing things. I am like so far beyond out of control that the fact that I'm here today is, you know, is a miracle. I remember my sister called, and she was like, Russell, you got to get up here. You know, Mom wants to talk to you. You need to see Mom. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll fucking be there. And I went to see my mom. When I tell you this, you know, you gotta understand this is real hard, man. But I remember walking in the room and seeing my fragile mom laying on her deathbed, man. Let's be fucking blunt. Let's be real. Like, she was laying on her deathbed. And I remember looking at her, man, and she was like, there's my baby. There's my baby boy. And she asked everybody to leave the room. And I went over and I laid my head right here on her chest. This probably makes some of you laugh, and others you'll be grossed out, and I really don't give a shit. I used to call my mom's tits my pillows. When I was a baby, I'd lay my head on there, and man, she'd rub my head, and I'd be out. So they were my pillows. Grown ass man, bro, walking into a hospital room, man. I'm laying my head on my mom's pillows, and I remember rubbing my head, man. It's still this day, some I love, man. She was rubbing her hand on my head, and she was like, Russell, baby, please. The only thing I want for you, the only thing I need is for you to be happy. She's like, you are the most miserable bastard in the world, and I don't know why you carry all that with you. Like, you just carry so much hate and angst with you. And you're a beautiful boy, man. And I was just like, ah, whatever, mom, I'm happy. I promise I'm good. You know, I can afford money, blah, 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 blah. I'm good, mom, I'm happy. Don't fucking bullshit me. Not right now. And I remember I picked my head up and I looked at her and I said, Mom, I'm good. I promise. I'm happy. I got this. I gave her a kiss on her forehead, which was her favorite thing. She loved that, you know. I told her I loved her, and you know, I gotta tell you, like, I was fighting back tears. Like, I don't know who the fuck. I don't care how tough or how what you are. I'm a human. You know what I mean? And I remember I walked out of that room, and one of my family members was already talking shit. You know, like, just. I remember leaving that hospital. 5 minutes later, my mom passed away. Like, literally, the last 5 minutes of that woman's life, you know, she had her baby, and I broke, man. Like, I went off on a tangent. Like, I still to this day have yet to hear someone relate to how, you know what I mean? Like, just how deep and how dark and how far down the rabbit hole I went. Misery was my best friend. Like, darkness, misery was my best friend. You know what I mean? And let's just say that Pasco County Sheriff's Office has had more than enough of my dumbass and the shit I did. And we'll fast forward a little bit. I remember I overdosed. All right, this is crazy. This will blow your mind for real. Like 3 weeks prior to the overdose, I was pulled over for driving without a license for like the 15,000th time. Arrested on some possession charge, whatever, you know, this, that, and the third. And bonded out, right back at it. Like, didn't even miss a beat. You know what I mean? No brains. I remember being at my house, and like I said to you a little while ago, I told you, like, there's certain things that I just didn't mess with, just because when I was a kid, I seen firsthand what they did. Like, you know, and I'm not sure if I can say this, but I will. You know, if it's not okay, Justin, please. My one of my uncles was a heroin addict. He got AIDS because he, you know, sat in rooms and shared nails with other people, and he was bad, bro. Like, and he was my favorite uncle too, bro. This dude was such a badass. But I lost him to a heroin, you know, to AIDS because of a heroin addiction. So that's something I never really messed with. I just didn't. No, I just always stayed clear of it. But other people that I was around, they weren't always, you know, they did what they wanted, and that's you, do you, bro. But what had happened is I was injecting things at this time, and they used the same spoon and got everything, and I overdosed. They walked out of my room and left me there. I was fucking as blue as that light behind you. The police officer that showed up to my house, well, usually it's EMTs and all that shit, but when the call went out, when the 911 call went out, the cop who, let's just say for a little while, really wanted my ass. Like, he was hounding me, man. Like, he was trying to get me. And when the call went out, he had just got me, like I said, a couple weeks before, and he showed up to my house before the EMTs. And hand to God, bro, this dude did like 140 miles an hour and got to my house with Narcan, hit me, bam, bam, bam. I remember coming to in the ambulance, like, yo, what the fuck just happened? I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know I overdosed. I thought I had a seizure, and that's why the ambulance was there. That's why I was on the stretcher. I didn't even fucking know. This dude followed me all the way to the hospital, bro. You know, I know it's so sad to say this, bro, but I know there's a lot of people out there right now that have been Narcaned, and man, that's a fucking freaky feeling, bro. It feels like they just took everything and just sucked from your ass to your mouth out, bro. It's just disgusting. I remember I finally came through too, and fuck cop is standing in my room still, bro. And he looked at me and he was like, whatever you do from this moment on, man, like, you need to get the fuck out of this life because it ain't for you, man. You know, here's a dude that's like, it's his job to bust my balls. It's my job to give him a job. And I did that, bro. I gave him a run for his money. But for him to come to that room and, you know, say those words to me, man, like, it was crazy. I didn't listen to him. I will say that. I went right back out, bro, and I did what I did. Well, fast forward a little bit more, man. My lifestyle that I was living was, it wasn't for the faint of heart. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? Like, I did my thing and I did it well. And not well at the same time. I ended up they finally got me on a believe it or not, I was on bond, and for like whatever time. I had a misdemeanor warrant out of Sumter County for a fucking speeding ticket, doing 113 miles an hour in a construction zone without a license, mind you, which we just paid for. He came to my house, bro, and he's like, "You're done, bro. I got you. There's no bonding out. There's no nothing. I got your ass. You're going to jail." I sat in Land O'Lakes, man, for like 7 months. And, you know, for the things that I was doing, the way that I lived, and well, you should probably be burying me under a jail, bro, but I wasn't stupid at the same time. Like, I watched my shit. They didn't have much on me. I did a fleeing to elude like a dumbass, putting so many people's lives in danger, and just not even, that's how bad. Let me just say right now, the things we do, man, like in that life just are so bad and so horrible, man. And you have no regard for another human being's life. And it's just, let alone, you know, especially yours, but you don't give a shit about anybody else's. And, anyway, I ended up going to prison for a couple of years. I'll say this. I was scared. You know, I'm not the biggest dude in the world, bro. Like, I weigh like 100 pounds soaking wet. I got a heart of a lion, but at the same time, man, like, it's a bad place, man, with bad dudes. Way worse than I am, bro. And I seen things in there, you know. It's crazy because you think in prison. Like, I didn't know because I hadn't been. This is my first time. I'm, you know, 40 years old or just about to turn, whatever, 40 or maybe 30, whatever it was. Anyway, man, it's so bad in there, man. I saw things that just to this day still, I'm like, I watched a dude die right in front of me on spikes. Like, this shit is so bad. I can't believe people do this shit. Believe it or not, as easy as things are to get, like, I didn't do anything in prison. I reflected, like, and I worked on me, and I, you know, I got fat, which is like, so for me, 120 pounds soaking wet. But I got through prison unscathed, man. When I came home, like, It's so crazy, man. Some friends of mine had picked me up because when I got out of prison, I had a hold in Sumter County. And so I had to be transported from Claremont, Florida to Sumner and spend another additional 29 days. Man, I got fucking, I don't know what it's called. I forget now because it was such a nightmare. I was so stressed out, but it's the adult chicken pox, you know, that fucking makes you itch, breaks out right here. Holy fuck, it's a nightmare. I hope nobody ever gets that. But when I got out, man, I didn't have shit. I had the Crocs that I had in prison. Sumner County gave me a gray jump, like sweatshirt and sweatpants. Probably like 5 other people had worn before me. It's so gross. And I walked out the doors, man, humbled. You know what I mean? Like I've never been. Like that was bad for me, man. Like Crocs, like fuck. I don't even know. Anybody out there that's out there wearing Crocs right now, please throw them away. That's so bad. Just kidding. Whatever's clever for you. But some friends picked me up, man, and they brought me. They lived in Brooksville, and I went out to their house, bro. And you know, like I said before, like the people I hung out with, bro, they weren't always the best people. Let's say that. You know, I love them. I still do, man. You know what I mean? But there was like people fucking shooting up on the couch. There was people. I was like, I bugged out. I was like, holy fuck, I gotta get out of here, bro. Like this is fucking insane. And I called a friend of mine, man, and he looked out. He looked out decent, bro. Brought me to his house, gave me the fucking key to his front door. He was like, bro, I got you, bro, you know? And I couldn't be around here. Like it was just too much. You know what I mean? Like everywhere I went, it was fucking crazy. Everywhere I went, not only there I was, but there I was reminded of who I was, you know, and still am, you know what I mean? But without, I moved to Alabama for a little bit. For anybody that's from there, I apologize ahead of time. Fuck Alabama. I'm a cracker, man. I love the beach. I love Florida, man. I love chicks in bikinis, bro. I couldn't stand it, bro. I was in the woods and it was fucking crazy. I was driving me nuts, man. Me and my buddy were driving back here once a month, and we were, let's just say, again, doing things that, man. So Alabama didn't work out either. You know what I mean? Like there I was, bro, in the middle of the woods, and I walked outside my Nikes, bro, and I'm like, what is this on the ground, dude? And there's mud everywhere. So yeah. Anyway, when I came home, COVID had like just started. I got home in like January of 20 and like fucking March or some shit like that. Fucking COVID hit. So like I wanted to change, bro. Like I really did. I wanted to live a different life, but there wasn't a lot of fucking options. Fucking everybody, people didn't even want to come out of their damn house. So I went back to what I knew, and man, it spiraled out of control so fast, man. Like I ended up getting rearrested in Hernando County this time, driving without a license for, I don't even know, dude. Like I really don't. I quit counting after the fingers. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's just ridiculous. I got constructive possession and driving without a license with knowledge. If anybody doesn't know what constructive possession is, it's fucking possession. No matter how the fuck they write it up, it's fucking possession. I because of COVID, man, like they kept pushing, you know, court away. And like I got some time to like seriously sit back and think, like, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing, bro? A friend of mine offered me a job. Let me back up a little bit. A person I know offered me a job in Orlando. And when I say to you, I'm a hard worker, bro, like, at the end of the day, it don't matter, bro. Like, I'm a grinder, and I'm gonna get money, and be it legally, man. Like, I'm gonna work hard. I'll work twice as hard as a lot of people. Like, a lot of people don't know that about me, man, but I'm a hard worker, bro. I went to Orlando, and God, bro, like, I was in a fucking extended stay hotel where I had to pay $300 a week. I was by myself. I was fucking miserable again. Getting high, you know, doing my thing. And this is where the part of the story for me, this is where the part of the story gets good for me, man. Like, because it ain't all bad, bro. I can promise you that. I've always had, for some reason, I don't know what people see in me sometimes. I don't even see what it is, but I've got some really good people in my life, man. And they've always been there. I'll say that. Even in the throes of addiction, man, I had a lot of good people in my life. A lot of them are still here, and one of them just introduced me, man. Like, I gotta tell you, man, me and that girl right there, bro. Woo! Yeah. We've done dirt together, bro. Unspeakable dirt. But on the other side of that, bro, like, I got her in my life now, and oh, I can't tell you, man. So I was telling you, man, I'm in Orlando and I'm miserable. I would come over here, and I was working 10, 12 hours a day, fuck, killing myself, doing cabinet refinishing, and then doing what I also did, and coming back here, running back and forth again on fucking got court, and a fucking whenever they say finally, yeah, you're good, you're, you know, whatever. But this whole time, I've got this female, for now, we'll say, who since day one, bro, like, since day one, has been not just an inspiration, bro, but this is gonna sound silly to some people, and I really don't give a shit, bro. I'm gonna say this, man. Like, she's that puzzle piece, bro. And as much as I tried to push her away, because she was in recovery herself, I wasn't, but she was. And I knew that her recovery and her getting better and being better was more important than a quick fuck and a quick, you know what I mean? Like, she became like my best friend, man. She was, man, if I was having a fucking tough day, well, I could call her, and she just would turn it around. And even though some days, like, she'd call me up, and I'd be like, fuck off, leave me alone, I can't, blah, blah, blah. She didn't give up, man. She never. As a matter of fact, when I do that, she would push harder. But at the same time, like I said to you, bro, like, even though I wasn't in the rooms of recovery, bro, like, I knew for this person, like, that was essential, man. And to get in a relationship with somebody who wasn't, you know, on that same level as her, man, it probably would, I would have destroyed her. I would have absolutely destroyed her. So I didn't. I respected her, and I respected her life, and I respected her lifestyle and her choices. And she would come visit me. Sometimes she was in a recovery house, and she'd get a night out. She'd come visit me. And I will say this, man, so that there is no confusion out there, bro. I showed her the absolute utmost respect always. I never brought anything around her. I never made sure anything that I was doing or whatever was brought in front of her. I didn't want to put that temptation there. You know what I mean? Like I respected her that much and I loved her that much already. And I didn't even know that's what it was. I spent the most amazing, actually, I'll say this. It was the first Thanksgiving that I spent with, they're my family. That's 100% facts. They're my family. They love me like no one else ever has besides my mother. The young lady that introduced me, Kenzie, brought me out to her house, and I spent a beautiful Thanksgiving with them, man. It was fucking awesome. I had such a good time. I love them so much. And Rachel, man, my angel, my soulmate, man, my homie, my partner, man. She was there, and she was living with her at the time. And you know, we had a great Thanksgiving, and I went back to Orlando, still using. And you know, they had been in recovery for a little while. And Rachel would have these moments, man, of like she just had to share them with me. She had to fucking share these. I'm at the skating rink and with all these recovery bitches, you know, people, and I just I'm like, yeah, great, wonderful, okay, you know, I respected her, bro, and I loved her, and whatever. Still being me, bro. Christmas came, and it was the same, bro. Like they brought me into their house. Like I said, the love that I get there, that's my home, man. Kenzie's mom, I call her mom. I love her to death, man. She cooks for me. She makes me feel so welcome. Her kids, just her dog. It's my dog. It's my family. And it's Christmas time. This past Christmas. And I ended up leaving early. You know what I mean? Like I went back to a hotel and it was fucking miserable. And I remember Rachel calling me, and Christmas was awesome. I see that. They got me a black fucking Santa hat, dude, because I was like, I'm not wearing fucking Santa shit. Fuck Santa, fuck Christmas. And they got me a black fucking Santa hat. It was amazing, bro. It was like best. All black Jordan jumpsuit, do you know what I mean? Like that's my Santa outfit. All black Jordan jumpsuit with a fucking black Santa hat. That's what I'm talking about. I was miserable, man. The job in Orlando was like getting to me, man. Like I was fucking working so hard. I was alone. You know, people always talk about that. I guess you know, when I don't know the right words, but I say the breaking moment or that desperation. My desperation, man. Like I never been homeless. I've never been hungry. I've never been that, bro, because I work hard. No matter what, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna always be comfortable. You know what I mean? Like to me, I thought I was. I was fucking miserable, man. Like I hated my life. I'd wake up in the morning cursing the fact that I took a breath. Grumpy Santa. I remember Rachel called me, and it was her year celebration. And this is where everything, man. This is where the fucking shit gets real good, bro. This is where it's juicy, baby. This is the meat on the bone right here. Rachel called me, and she's like, I'm having my year celebration. I'd really like it if you would come. Grumpy me. Fuck that. Are you out of your mind? I'm not going around a bunch of fucking sober people. Are you crazy, man? No, hell no. Fuck that shit. Hung up. I tried to think of every excuse in the world to not go. I was like, oh, my mom's sick. Your mom's already dead, dude. Stop being a dick. Well, my dad is, your dad's gone too, asshole. You can't come up with an excuse. Please, it would mean the world to me. There's not very many people on this planet, bro, that I would do something like that when they asked. You know what I mean? Like, there's literally that many. And I came, bro. We got a hotel over in who the fuck knows? Over there in Pinellas County. It was a nice place, real nice, real fucking nice hotel. And again, out of respect for her and the recovery community, I didn't use, right? Like, I didn't bring anything with me. I didn't want to fucking know. But I was fucking hating life. And I went and I seen this woman speak, bro. It was angelic, bro. Let me say that. It was angelic. Me, I'm dressed in all black, fucking goddamn fucking sweatshirt on, fucking black glasses on, fucking completely fucking like sitting at the back of the damn thing, like. And I remember looking around this meeting, and man, there was not only was like it like she had these people held captive in her words, bro, but there really wasn't a fucking dry eye in the house, including mine. Like, I was crying, bro. Like, people call them God moments, right? It was an angelic moment for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, she's sitting up there. It's early morning, bro. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I found home. I found home, bro. Like I'm getting goosebumps right now saying that, bro, because since March 14th, 21, bro, I haven't used anything. I haven't put anything in my body. I haven't taken a fucking sip of shit. I went back to the hotel room. And I went to sleep. And I went to sleep hard for 2 days, bro. I didn't want to fucking move. I was so shitty. I went back to Orlando. I started making some phone calls and started asking people about things, bro. Like, mind you, still, there's a court date coming up. I made some phone calls, man, and I quit my job. Fuck them. It was miserable. Fuck them anyway. Fuck the money. I stayed in that room for 2 weeks by myself, bro. Because what I found that day is a gift, bro, that was given to me that I only hope one day that, like, I can give back what was given to me, bro. Like, I found a connection, and I found a family I've never had before, never felt before. Made some phone calls, and I got into a recovery house here in Newport Richey. And I've been here since. The accountability is amazing. The structure, bar none. I had went to court. Let me rewind just a little bit. I apologize, man, for jumping. I had went to court while I was clean, and I don't know if a lot of people don't understand. Like, one's 5th district, one's 6th district. I've never been in trouble in Hernando, right? So, of course, you have a record no matter where the fuck you go, but I've never been in trouble there. PTI was out of the question. Didn't even come close to qualifying for any of that bullshit. So I said, fuck it, man. And I took a chance. Like, because here's a real shitty deal. Like, I had a gangster lawyer, bro. Dude was gas. He was like, bro, you're not even going to see the inside of another. Nah, it's done. It's happened. You're not even getting, excuse me, probation, nothing. It's not even a question. That dickhead got COVID, and I got passed to a public defender that didn't know her ass from a hole in the ground, like most of them, and was sure to walk me right back to prison. So I took a chance, man. And I asked the judge, I said, Judge, can I speak in front of the court for a moment? Because, for one, I don't want to go back to prison. Who the fuck does it? Fuck that shit, man. I hated it. but I had found a new life, bro. Like, and I didn't want it to be taken from me yet, man. Like, I wanted to try. I wanted a chance at this life. This my life in recovery. And I said that to him. I said, listen, I'm not using. I haven't been. I found a recovery house in Newport Richey to live in. And the judge took a chance, man. He said, I'm going to give you probation, 2 years, drug offender probation. You know, I was still had my address was in Orlando. So my probation went from Hernando to Orlando, which where I could have done it over there. But if I was truly going to get better, like I needed to go where I got sick in the first place, bro. Like I know people say, you know, people, places, and things. My honest opinion, that's horseshit, because wherever you go, there you are, like I said earlier. So I could be in Orlando, I could be in fucking Alaska, and no matter where I'm at, bro, that's where I'm going to be, and I could get in trouble. So I needed to come to the place where I at least knew I had a few people that loved me and, you know, wanted to see this different me, man. And I took a chance and I came home. And I've been here now. I just picked up my 6-month deal yesterday. My life today, bro, let me say, is so exceptionally beyond amazing. Okay, I'm not talking because of like material things like houses and cars and all that. That shit gonna come, bro. Guarantee. I work hard, so it's gonna come. But love, bro. Happiness, bro. Faithfulness, loyalty, friendship beyond measure, man. These are the gifts that I've been given through recovery, man. And I gotta say, bro, like I didn't even know life was this good, bro. Like I thought life was good, bro. I thought like I was go buy 150 pairs of shoes. I thought life was good. No, I was fucking still miserable and $100-some shoes. Anybody that knows me, bro, knows like I wouldn't even walk to the fucking mailbox. Fuck that. Like Dad was like, no, I'll give you go get my mail paid. Blah blah blah. I ride a bike to work every day. I ride a bike to meetings. I ride a bike home in the rain last night and absolutely loved it, man. It's going to sound lame to some people, but I felt like that was my mom's tears of joy crying down on me, bro. So that's why I enjoyed it so much, you know. Her seeing her son pick up a 6-month tab, bro, and happy as I could be. I'm singing down the road. I'm talking to Rachel on the phone, and I'm just like, this is fucking out of, I can't, mind blowing. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm getting my license back. What? 15 years, bro. That thing been suspended, bro. Gone, man. I'm getting my license back, man. I live in a house with a bunch of great dudes, man, and I go to work every day in the hot ass sun, painting houses, and I love it, man. Like, I'm grateful for it. I don't just love it. I'm grateful for it. I'm blessed for it, man. I have an amazing boss, man, who not only like puts up with my shit, bro. Like, I'm not the easiest person in the world to get along with. Anybody knows me knows I kind of could be a dick. You know, you're acting like an ass, I'm gonna pull you out on. I'm gonna call your car, bro. I remember my probation officer. I got a dragon, bro. Oh my god, she was a dragon. I tamed her. Because I'm doing the right thing. Because I go to meetings, bro, and not because I have to, because I don't gotta go to meetings. I don't have to be in a recovery house. Let's just get all that out too. I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here because the accountability, because of the, like I said earlier, man, the structure of it, the accountability of it. Without it, man, you know, I'm not so sure. But I know You know, my probation officer called my boss and she was like, do you know what he's on probation for? Do you know what he's done in the past? Blah, 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 blah. Like trying to throw me under the bus. Like, damn, bitch, it's hard enough to get a job out here, bro. Like, you're fucking, stop bamming me, girl. Anyway, my boss stopped her dead in her shit, bro. And he was like, let me tell you something. That dude works his ass off. He not only works his ass off, but he works his ass off in the sun. He shows up every day early and he never complains. He has a smile on it. The dude wears earbuds and sings in the fucking hot sun. He's out there singing, looking like a retard. And he didn't say the retard part, but he's got my back, bro. You know what's crazy? I get told all the time from people in the rooms, man. They're like, dude, I'm proud of you. You're doing good. Last night I'm getting hugs from people and they're like, I'm proud of you, bro. You're doing the damn thing, bro. Da, 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 da. But let me say this. When your boss who pays your bills, bro, who, you know, let's just say for shits and giggles, decides whether you have a fucking, you know, can pay those bills or not, pulls you into his office and he's like, bro, so I want to say something to you. He goes, I know you probably heard it. He goes, but I'm very proud of you, man. When you first started working with me 6 months ago, he goes, I was a little off about you, man. You're a little loud sometimes. I apologize. I can be very loud. I was unsure about you, man. He goes, one thing I will say, your work ethic's amazing, and that's one key. He goes, but to see you grow, man, in 6 months, he goes, you're not, you know, I not only love the fact that you work here, but you're an asset to this company. I have keys to a shop, dude, with fucking so much equipment. I mean, not for nothing. I thought the guy was retarded when he handed them to me. I'm like, is this really fucking, are you sure about this, dude? He was absolutely sure about that shit. And that's what he told me. He goes, man, you're an asset. And you know, I don't know how much time we've got or where we're at or whatever, but
Yeah, if you want to wrap it up, man, we're about that time.
my man. Okay, you know, like, let me give me 1 second here and let me say this real quick. There's a lot of people out here I've seen, you know, I haven't really been able to read the comments because I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing and shit, but I love all y'all, man. Like, I appreciate everybody that's on here that's in the recovery, you know, the rooms of recovery, or no matter where you're at in them. I don't care what side you're on or what it is or what you're doing, because the message is the same, bro. You know, we can lose the desire to stop using and live a better life. For the people out there, maybe, hopefully, that are watching this, bro, that know me, man, like, feel what I'm saying and listen to me, bro. This is real. I promise you that. Like, this ain't no joke, man. I ain't getting paid for this shit. As a matter of fact, I was so fucking nervous. I was almost about to like, nah. This is real, bro. Happiness is for real. The promise of these rooms is for real. If you're out there, man, you have any doubt, man, I'm telling you, please, you know how to get a hold of me, man. I'm on everything. My number's on there. Reach out, man. Reach out with a hand, an open heart, and an open mind. And let me show you something, man. Let me show you a way to live that is so beyond measure right now that I still don't even got a fucking grip on it. What I do know is my life is exponentially fucking amazing. Justin, man, thank you, bro, for having me on here. I hope I did all right, bro. That's the first time I've shared.
You dropped the mic, bro. That was some good stuff, man. You know, and it's awesome, man. Congratulations in 6 months, man. I'm grateful that you came on here and shared your story, man. This is the first time you shared a story, so I feel honored. Yo, I feel honored, bro.
I'm honored, bro. I'm honored.
Listen, man. I just want to say, dude, like, you know, listen, I've been here for 3.5 years, and sometimes, man, the spark ain't there sometimes, you know, and it gets stalled out, man. You know,
I remember y'all saying that.
It's nice seeing new people get the spark, man, and it gives me more hope. It gives me, you know, like, that spark again. You know, you give me a little spark. And guess what, dude?
What we do,
Like,
see, bro, we plan them, baby.
hey, listen, and we're gonna be in the. We're gonna celebrate together, bro. Mine's March 16th, dude. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, I'm March 16th, man, and I kept that thing, man, and it's gonna be cool. We're gonna be celebrating together, you know.
So March 14th, when the year comes, I'll come back and we'll go from there. Hopefully it'll be a little better, man. A little flow out, a little better. But
no, you did good, man.
Raw.
It was real and raw, and that's what people need to hear. You know, they need to hear the real raw shit because that's what it is, man. It's like you come in here, man, and you can just mess around, but you actually throw yourself in the middle of the boat, bro, and get going. And you have some amazing support, dude, and that's lovely to see, bro.
That's
you know?
everything. I will say that. That's why I say what I say to the people, like, reach your hand out, bro, because like they say to us, you know, you can only keep what you have by giving it away. I just want to give, and I want to give, and I want to give, and I want to give because, man, the people that gave it to me, man, and they still stand by me so strong, bro. Like, I can pick up a phone I have some amazing people, bro. I have a 5-year-old best friend too, bro. Like, I mean, like, I just have so much greatness, bro.
Little man. You know, and you know, it's cool. It's like, you know, I just want to touch on the whole sober living and all that, the accountability, man, how important it is, man. If you don't trust yourself, you know, that extra step of accountability, man, can make sure you are going to be successful in your recovery. Because I didn't trust myself, bro. I checked myself in the outpatient treatment because I need somebody to piss test me, man, because I didn't know how to be.
Yeah, we get them, bro. We get them here. And you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest with you, bro. Like, you know, it's funny because we always joke, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, about that. And I'm just like, I pissed dirty for, you know what I mean? But it's a joke that I can laugh at now because it's not even a chance, bro. It's not even, there's no, like, it's not going to happen, dude. You know what I mean? And and to the accountability part, like I said to you, being in this county, doing this is hard enough. You know what I mean? Everywhere you go, there's them people, and everywhere you go, there's a place you were at, and there's a house you were in, and a da 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 da. But being accountable, having to come back here every night, sign in a sign-in sheet. You know, when the guy tells me to drop, it's amazing, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's structured, bro. It's accountability, bro. It's keys, man. You know what I mean? Keys to a better life that I'm gonna be living, the best life I'm living, the best life I've ever lived, and I'm gonna continue living it, bro. And it's only gonna get better. You know what I mean? I know that. I see it in rooms, bro, and in the stories people share, bro.
Yeah, and you're a lot like me, man. I'm a workaholic, bro. Throughout my whole using, dude, I was playing. I do drywall, so like the painting drywall, you know, we can relate. You know, we just slaying it and freaking making money, and we're a slave to our job, but also the drugs. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And then I'm a slave to, like, I was a slave to the money. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the drug shit, like that. But the money too, like, I was retarded, man. And you know, I will say this though, I don't throw myself in so much work now that I don't forget what's most important right now, and it's my recovery, bro. That comes first. That comes first and foremost, man. I gotta get to the meetings. I get to the meetings, bro. Sunday I rode my damn bike to Green Key Beach, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't care, bro. And it was beautiful. You know what I mean? And like I said, bro, if you're out there, man, you're still sick of suffering, I promise you, man, it's here. It's real, bro. It's not easy, but my worst day today is better than my best day ever out there, if you can call them that, because they weren't that, man. This is the best life. This is the days right here.
Damn right, man. You know, hey, Russ, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing your story. We appreciate you, dude.
Thank you guys. Man. I love you,
baby. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Kenzie, for introducing Russell tonight. We appreciate you. She had to go, but hey, guys, this Sunday,
I'm having a grand peanut.
Hey, this Sunday, guys, we're going to be doing our topics live here on the Hope Shot, 8 p.m. So check us out this Sunday. Get some hope. And till then, I'll see you guys. Hey, thank you, Russ, again. Love y'all.
Love you, man. Thank y'all.